Hey guys, it's Matt with Velvet Touch Rose Care. Today we're installing a new rose bed for one of our clients. We've removed our sod. We've added some composted soil to the top that we've raked in. When we dig our holes, we're going to go about a shovel and a half deep. We're going to do some nice straight walls down with a flat bottom. That way when we put our bush in, it'll give it plenty of room for the roots to grow. So here we are, we're our shovel and a half, shovel and a quarter deep. Since we've got these 7-gallon roses pre-potted, you don't want them sitting way below your soil line. So when you put them in, if they're too low, we're gonna add some soil back and raise them till they're sitting nicely right where the graft union is, basically right at the base of your soil. After a couple of years, some of your bigger roots will grow a foot, foot and a half out to each side, which is why we also tend to space our roses about 3 feet apart. The other reason we space them 3 feet apart is because these bushes are prescribed to grow, about 3 feet wide each, and you don't want them growing together because that'll reduce your airflow, which can lead to more disease. By giving them about 3 feet on center between each, you get enough space for that airflow. By giving them a nice shovel and a half deep hole, you're giving the roots plenty of space to grow. So the next part is getting your rose out of a pot. We just repotted these roses, so the root balls are not grown through the entire pot here. If I had a bush that had already sit for a year in this pot, it usually comes out in the shape of the pot. We break up the soil a little bit. But taking this rose out, we're gonna have a much smaller root ball. We end up mulching in all of our roses. Number one, we keep an inventory of them. So I've got 400 bushes. If you don't mulch them in, the weeds go crazy in our pots over the season, and that's just a pain. So step one is taking off my double shredded hardwood mulch. Even when you buy roses, sometimes they come mulched. So, it makes it easier just to remove it, set it off to the side. You can spread it out later or just blend it into your soil like I'm gonna do, because we're coming back with actual mulch to top dress the bed with. And as you can see, not all my soil came out with this. Like I said, the root ball is just in this space. So if I were to put this in, that's way too low. You don't want your rose and this graft union right here where everything's grafted to the roots to be way below the soil line. It'll end up rotting and kill your rose off eventually. It may come back, but it's gonna be your root stock and it's not gonna have the flowers you want. So I'm gonna set this off to the side, shake my composted soil in, recheck it. So still a little low. Now I'm gonna take some of the soil I dug out of the hole, mix it in, and then recheck it. So we're gonna be sitting pretty much right where I want to be. Graft union's up here. Should keep me right at or right around the soil level. Take the rest of my compost, shake it around the bush, and we're gonna pack this down because we don't want those air pockets. Then finally, since our roots are now surrounded in good nutritious soil, we can take some of the stuff we dug out and we can just put it around the top. That's not going to be detrimental to the plant at all. We've gotten our roots in some good soil. They've got their space. Now this more clay-like soil can be on the top and it'll be just fine for our bush. We live in the DMV. Clay soil is what we end up dealing with, which is why we tend to amend our soils when we're planting. It helps better water flow, better drainage. Like this, put that in my bucket. It's not loose, but some of the loose stuff, especially when I've raked in some other compost. It'll be just fine. We're buying piles of composted soil from a horse farm, but they sell plenty of materials such as mushroom grow, leaf grow, bags of dried compost. Even if you take a bag of that stuff and mix it with a bag of potting soil, just amending it, making it a lighter, better draining soil is what's going to be really good for your roses. So there's a lot of options out there. Now these are pre-potted 3-gallon roses that we buy. Say you want to order some bare root roses. There's products like bone meal, root stimulator that you're going to want to go ahead and put into your hole as well. All those containers have their recommended dosage per plant. Sometimes it's a teaspoon, sometimes it's a tablespoon, but what you're going to do is it just help the roots grow for the roses that aren't already established. Now this was a bare root rose, so the root ball on it's still very tiny. So we've got to add a lot of soil. Make sure this is all nice and packed in. And then what we're going to do with our leftover soil is actually just use it to help keep leveling out this bed. So since we removed a bunch of sod, you know, it's a little uneven. Instead of hauling this all out, it'll be fine for the open spaces between the roses just to fill in and keep everything looking nice and level.